Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. Build up to the World Championships, and we've got Fallon Sherrock. Fallon, excited to be going back as the nickname, obviously. I don't like the nickname, but it's kind of synonymous with you now.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to being back at the Worlds. That was my main objective this year, was to qualify for the Worlds, and I'm just happy that I got there, to be honest. And yeah, draws out, dates out, so now I can put the practice in and look forward into going and playing.
We'll come on to the draw in a minute, because it's a potential good one. But first of all, we know it's been a difficult year for yourself, form, illness and everything like that. How pleasing is it that you managed to get there despite everything?
No, I'm really happy with that, because obviously where it kind of all went wrong at the middle of the year, like it started off well and then it went wrong in the middle of the year, I was second guessing how I was going to finish the year off. So the fact that I dug deep, and it weren't pretty going into the end of the year, but I managed to get over it. So I'm really proud of myself for not giving up and just carrying on and digging deep.
Obviously, I know that it's that knowledge now, but you were very poorly in that middle part of the year, weren't you? People don't realise how poorly that you were.
Yeah. I haven't publicised it as such. There's only a few people close to me and stuff that actually know mostly about it. But yeah, no, I did get quite poorly and stuff. So I'm on the mend now. So hopefully, I can carry on to next year and be better. Obviously,
looking forward to 2025, is that now all eyes on that getting back to the Fallon winning titles in 25?
Yeah, 100%. Next year's a new year, you start again. And for me, it's going back, winning titles, getting my confidence back up, getting the game back to where it was, and just slowly getting there again.
Look, the draw. I know you're good friends with Ryan as well. So first of all, a tough tie from that one, because we know you two get on same stable and everything like that. But the carrot for both of you after that can't be ignored either.
Well, you can't ignore it. You're literally playing one of the best person in the world at the moment. But yeah, my main thing is my first game is Ryan, and he's a really good player in his own way and stuff like that. And I know going into that game, I need to play my A game, otherwise I'm losing. That is just how my mentality is going into that game. But yeah, no, I get on really well with Ryan. He gave me my pair of clippers for my bar.
Yeah,
there could have been better people that I could have drawn, but I mean, I don't want to play Ryan, but it's the draw that's going to have to happen. And yeah, we get the carrot at the end of it playing Luke. So I mean, who don't want to play the best in the world as well? Obviously,
it's already been billed, Fallon against Luke. Do you think maybe that people, not you, but the media and everyone are overlooking Ryan in this game?
No, there's so many people that have messaged and come up to me already, and it's oh, you're playing Luke Littler, and I'm like, I haven't even won my first game yet. My first game is one of the hardest games that you could play. So the fact that they're not even thinking of Ryan and going straight into Luke, I think it's a bit disrespectful from people, because the calibre of player that Ryan is. But yeah, for me, I'm not even looking at playing Luke at the moment. My main objective is obviously playing Ryan. That's my first goal.
I know that you've spoken about this before as well, that going back to Ali Pally is important to you to win, because you don't want to be remembered just that one time year. I won't say one time wonder, because you won twice, but that 1 year. But I know it bugs you, doesn't it, that you haven't been able to repeat that? Yeah,
I mean, it obviously gets to you, because I have played well each time, and I've got the sets and stuff like that, but I haven't got over that line. But I feel like the players that I've played have just kind of upped it towards the end of the games as well. So I've always kind of been in a fight. So yeah, I just want to go and just try and win. Do you know what I mean? That is my main objective. I'm not going there to kind of go, see what happens. I want to try and win my first game.
Obviously, normally when you go to Ali Pally, all media eyes are on you. But the fact that they're all talking about Luke and Luke going back, is that nice for you, that you can just go there and potentially just be Fallon?
Yeah, there's no pressure. This year, I just feel like there's hardly any pressure on me at all. Like you said, everyone's looking at other people. There's other players in the field that have got more, media attention and stuff. So I can just go under the radar, which, I enjoy doing, just going under the radar. No one even blinks an eyelid, and slowly just kind of playing my own darts.
You're probably one of the only people that know how Luke must be feeling, because of all the media attention, all the headlines, all the stories. What's it like when you're in that goldfish bowl, when the whole of the world is looking at you?
It's a bit like pressure kind of thing. You don't want to put a foot out of line. You don't want to do anything wrong. And as soon as something happens, it's so blown up. You could literally write one tweet, or you could comment on something, and then next thing you know, it's in the papers. Do you know what I mean? It's like a fine line kind of with the pressure that you're under to try and be like a role model as well, but trying not to do anything wrong. But yeah, no, I think he's doing well though, because obviously he's still playing to his ability and stuff like that, so he's not doing anything bad.
The draw, did you watch it with Cami?
No, I was going to London. I was going on the train.
Parliament, yeah.
Yeah, so I just got the text off Jason, I think it was, and I just replied back, lovely. Like, I was like, oh, right, okay. And then I think my main thing was I didn't want Cami first round or anything like that, because that's like the worst case scenario. Anyone else, like I said, give me Luke Littler first round, I'd rather play Luke than Cami.
I'm sure that he would as well, because obviously I know that the world wants to see you two play on a stage at some point, and I'm sure it will happen. But for right now, you're just like, no, just don't want it at all.
Keep avoiding it for a minute. But yeah, no, I know everyone wants to see it, but I don't know why, because it would be the worst game on TV, because there'd be pressure my situations, pressure for his situations. It would just be such a nip and tuck game, and then it'll be like really bad towards the end. That finishing line, it'd be like one of us struggling to get over it. So it wouldn't be a game that anyone would actually want to enjoy watching. It'd just be like a scrappy game.
In recent times, he's had to watch you up on that stage and go through it, but it's been flipped this year. You've been sat there watching him going through it. What's that been like for you on the boot or on the other foot?
Annoying. Just purely because I can't change anything. Like, whereas if I'm up on stage and, you know, if it's going wrong, you can change it yourself. You can think, oh, okay, right, ignore the last 3 darts, come back, regroup. But when I'm sat there and I can't go, you know, calm down, chill out, forget about them 3 darts, so it's annoying. I can't help him. That's what I mean, like, I'm so happy, and I'm so happy when he wins and stuff like that. Like, that's what I want to see. But there's times that I just want to help him on stage, like, give me that dart, I'll hit it for you and stuff like that. But it's, I don't know.
But I get it, because he's had an incredible year. So again, just watching, you must be proud of him as well.
Yeah, definitely proud. Because obviously he's won his first pro tour. His game's more consistent now, and then it's like now to see what happens at the Worlds, and then next year I'm really excited to see what kind of player he's going to turn out into.
I remember he spoke about not going as a full-time pro because he gets bored at home. I'm guessing you don't want him at home all the time either.
No, I think he just needs to kind of have a hobby, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so like, I think if he took darts as his full-time job, I think it'd just be too overwhelming for him.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, it's overwhelming for me a lot, because darts is my job. That's why I took up my barbering and stuff, just so I had a hobby on the side. So I think that's why he keeps with his plumbing, because obviously he enjoys his work,
100%.
he enjoys his friends there, and it's just a distraction from the darts as well.
Looking ahead to 2025, are we going to see you going back to Q School to try and get that card, and are we going to see you more on the Challenge Tour next year if you don't get it and things like that? Because I know that you openly spoken, you're at your best when you're playing all the time, and we know this year it's not been possible for reasons that we spoke earlier. So are we going to see more of you next year? Yeah,
I'm hoping so. Obviously I'm going to do Q School again, because obviously it's like on my doorstep. Yeah. Do that. Try and do some of the challenge tours, see how that goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all the challenge tours, because a lot of the time it clashes with other stuff that I've already got booked in and that. I'm going to do the Modus, but I don't think I'm doing a lot of the Modus at the start of the year. I just need kind of like to regroup myself, have a break. So not saying at the start of the year, but towards like the middle of the year, the end of the year is when I'm going to really start playing properly. Yeah,
because obviously I look back at the Grand Slam, but I think that was the best that you've played on TV. And I remember building up to that. You played so much and played yourself into that form that troubles the very best in the world. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah. Because I was playing all the time, literally comp every week, every night I was out playing darts, like everything like that. But it's not 100% practical at the moment to be doing all of that. Yeah. So that's what I said, like I'll see from January, probably February, how I feel, and then see how many competitions I'm going to go into from them. But obviously I'm still going to do the women's series and what, but I might just take a step back a little bit to kind of focus on myself and my own health before pushing myself again.
Is it tough to be Fallon the dart player, Fallon the mum, and Fallon in your own outright with your mates and stuff like that? Is it tough to juggle everything?
A little bit, because obviously I'm at darts all the time, and then Rory's obviously at home pretty much all the time, and he can't come with me to a lot of the competitions. I mean, he can come with me to the exhibitions and stuff, but he's at that age where he's not really into it at the moment. So I'm trying to get him into it, but he's not really that interested, even though he's like, oh, Cami's on TV. I'm like, well, I can get on TV as well. But yeah, and then a social life, it's only if they ever come to dart comps with me.
Yeah, of course. Look, we saw him at a couple of exhibitions and he loved being here, didn't he? Meeting with all the players and stuff like that. So does he understand what Mum does?
He does, but he knows that I play darts and that, but he's just got no interest, because I think where he's been brought up and everyone's like, oh, your mum's Fallon, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm bored of that now. And
yeah, of course.
Obviously, with Cami coming in, he's more into Cami's side for the darts because it's someone new.
Yeah.
And when he comes to the exhibitions, he enjoys seeing all the different players because they're just new players. But I actually think his favourite's Gezi because he calls him the muscly man or something. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
I know, I love that. Have you set yourself, obviously, is getting back to the Grand Slam important for you next year?
It is. Qualifying for the Worlds is the main thing, and then obviously the Grand Slam. Main one as well is the match play. That's what I want to play in as well. But like I said, I'll see how it goes throughout the year. But yeah, that is one of the main things. But at the moment, it is just basically the match play and the Worlds for me. Grand Slam is just extra.
Fallon, absolute pleasure catching up with you before the Worlds. Thank you very much.
Thank you.